We've got reports coming in that a gunman has assassinated the Yemeni chief of security at the American embassy in the Yemen capital in Sana'a. We're going to get what we can on that now, because with me in the studio is our security correspondent Gordon Carrera. As far as the details go, Gordon, what's happened here?
Well, what we understand is that masked gunmen on a motorbike appear to have opened fire and then fled on a car carrying this Yemeni chief of security at the US embassy and killed him. So it very much looks like a targeted killing, a hit on this individual. He was in his 50s, had been working at the embassy for about 20 years, so he's likely to have been quite well known and therefore may well have been picked out by militants in this attack.
Right, so not actually outside the embassy or involved within the compound. And I just make that point because, of course, we're sort of coming off the back, aren't we, of these sustained attacks on various American premises over the course of the last few weeks.
Well, that's right, and particularly the attack in Benghazi on the September the 11th anniversary has become very political in America. Was enough done to secure that embassy? Were there any warnings? And actually around that same period, again linked to a video that had offended many people in the Islamic world, there were also attacks on the US embassy in Sana'a, the capital of Yemen, and people stormed that embassy. That did look very different, though, from what happened in Benghazi. But I think this killing looks much more in the model of what Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula have been doing in Yemen recently, which is carrying out really assassination attempts and high-profile attacks, particularly in the capital, particularly against officials.
And that's very interesting, in as much as there are plenty of observers who've gone close to writing off Al-Qaeda in the Arab Peninsula within Yemen in the course of the last few months.
Well, I think militarily they've had some setbacks, because I think the government has been pushing hard with some American support in the background to try and knock them down, really, with quite big military engagements, trying to push them out of towns where they'd taken control, that kind of activity. But they have been responding with these very high-profile attacks, particularly in the capital, trying to assassinate the defence minister, an attack like this. So they're definitely not out of action, the Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula group.
And they are catching attention, aren't they? Gordon, thanks very much indeed.